Welcome to Contemplative Living, where we view contemplations for the week to have a better understanding of our spiritual paths. This is Contemplative Living with Dave Bennett, contemplations and reflective meditations.
Hello and welcome to another Contemplative Living, where we talk about concepts to bring contemplative living into everyday life. You know, this is a special episode because our live podcast has been going on now for a year. But our contemplative practice has been going on ever since my stage 4 lung and bone cancer, which was in 2000. So 21 years of practice, but the live Contemplative Living podcast is over a year old. This is episode 52, but there were a couple weeks this past year where life got away from us, and so we weren't able to do a live. But so with that in mind, this is kind of a special episode. We're going to talk about gratitude and how grateful I am to be able to do these Contemplative Living podcasts. They're a big part of my life, and I enjoy creating the memes throughout the week and putting them up on on Instagram and Facebook, and participating and communicating with all those folks that are a part of our world. And so let's get started. We're talking about gratitude today. And be grateful, full of enthusiasm for the present moment, and confident about the future. When I started a contemplative practice, I found that gratitude was my cornerstone. I found that starting out my practice with gratitude for everything that was in my life, it revitalizes me in my practice. And I do gratitude practice before I start my meditation every day. And I'm grateful for everything in my life, the good, the bad, and those perceptions that we have. But I enjoy, and I find that when I get to a place of gratitude, that I feel this expansive state of my nature, of my essence. And it's very fulfilling, and it brings us a lot of energy. So giving thanks is an expression of gratitude, and gratitude is one of the most beautiful secrets in a spiritual life. When I am grateful, I find that everything kind of smooths out. Because when we're grateful, we don't have room within us for the ego to inject all these things, because we're being grateful for everything. And it's a part of our divine nature. It's a part of our essence, of who we are. And it's intrinsic in our nature. So to connect to that side of us that is grateful, we are connecting to our spiritual life. We're connecting to who we really are. And that is empowering. That gives us a sense of a lot of energy. So life becomes easier, more fluid, and more enjoyable with gratitude. I can't express this enough. I really can't. When we connect and we have a practice of bringing gratitude into our life, no matter if it's the start of the day, the end of the day, whenever you're comfortable with it, but to bring that into your life is sending a message to the universe. And it's telling the universe, hey, I'm here. I know that this life is tough, And I know that, there are many multitudes of challenges in our lives, but I'm grateful for the opportunity of living this life. I'm going to squeeze all the juice out of this life, and I'm going to bring it all into play in my gratitude. And so that's an important way of living. And peace comes with gratitude for what is, replacing the yearning for what is not. Gratitude can only be done in the present moment. It can only be done in the present moment because you're grateful for what is. Now, you can project gratitude forward. You can project gratitude into your past. And that's a great way to change the outcomes of something that was maybe disturbing in your past, is to allow it to be what it is and be accepting of it in a grateful way. That you have grown from it, that you have moved beyond it, that you have overcome a challenge. But gratitude brings peace. It allows us to, in that expansive state of gratitude, connected to our true essence, that's where peace resides. And so when we can find that within ourselves, we can find that gratitude within ourselves, we can find the true peace that is a part of our nature. Gratitude is a strong, quiet consciousness that has an authentic experience in this moment. Gratitude is as authentic as you can get. This is where we are connected to who we really are, and we can then bring that into our daily lives. We can be that authentic person. We know who we are, we know where we are, and we know when we are. So when we can bring all of that into this moment and experience this moment, we can see the beauty, we can feel the peace, we can be totally present. And with that comes a clear sense of knowing, a clearer sense. We kind of rise above the circumstances where we can see clearly and make better decisions. And we can be more productive in what we do and how we do it. So when we feel gratitude, especially for one another, we honor and respect our worth. A lot of times in life we have these feelings of being worthless, and we all go through it. There are times when we just feel like, nothing is right, that we don't seem to fit in, that the world is spinning around us. But when we're grateful, and not just for ourselves, but for one another, for all of us, for our family, for our extended family, for our friends and neighbors, for our community, for our world. When we feel gratitude on those levels, then we are respecting not only ourselves, but all of those around us. And so that has to permeate into our day-to-day life. That has to permeate into our interactions and how we interact with the world and all the daily tasks that we do. And with that, remember, because gratitude brings us empowerment, it brings us a sense of peace, we're interacting with empowerment. We're interacting with peace. And other people feel that. They may not understand it, but they feel it. And they go with it because it's a contagious energy that is powerful. And so when we live in that state of grace, we bring it into our daily lives. Gratitude is, after all, an expression of love. When you really think about it, our true essence is love. And so when we have a practice of giving thanks and being grateful, we let go of all of the human needs and the circumstances. We rise above it to a state where we are thankful. In a state of thankfulness, we rise above our human frailty. This is where we are authentic. This is where we are true to ourselves. And this is where we connect into our purest essence of love. Because gratitude is an expression of love. It's a way of sharing the love that we have within our essence with the world, with our community, our friends, our family, and with ourselves. Most importantly, with ourselves, reconnecting to that sense of love that is the spirit of who we really are. So I hope you're able to find that sense of peace and develop a practice of gratitude where you are present and you are giving thanks to your life, the life of your friends and family and community, and where you can see clearly and rise above the circumstances. And I hope you have a most blessed week ahead. Namaste.